Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of this lesson with properties of number. We're going to dive into 1-4 with the distributive property, right? So in the 1-3, we looked at the associative and commutative property, how to group numbers in parentheses, and then also how to shift them around to make mental calculations easier. Now we're going to look at the distributive property, how to multiply that factor over many terms in a parentheses to evaluate expressions. We're going to use this a lot in algebra, so let's do this. Okay, so we're going to use vocabulary like terms, simplest form, and coefficients. And I'll talk about this as we go along. So let's look at this. This is the distributive property once again. So I use the same example from the table before, but practically if I have a factor right here, I can multiply it times each term in the parentheses like that. So let's do an example so that is easier to understand. So I want to rewrite this guy using distributive property and then simplify. So I'm going to write it out right here. Okay, so you have 12 being multiplied by this entire quantity in the parentheses. So that means 12 is going to be multiplying times y and positive 3. So I could write it out like this. 12 times y plus 12 times 3. Okay, and then I'm going to simplify it. It's going to look like 12y. And then 12 times 3 will give me 36. Okay, and that is my answer because this 36 doesn't have a y, right? So I can't really add them together because they have to have the same like terms, which is something we'll talk about later. Right? So since this doesn't have a variable, this is the simplest form it can be in. So let's move on from that. Alright, now it's going to get a little bigger. So we have 4 times the quantity of y squared plus 8y plus 2. So I'm going to multiply this 4 over here, and over here. I'm going to distribute that 4, meaning I'm going to share it all out, and it's going to look like 4 times y squared plus 4 times 8y plus 4 times 2. And then I'm just going to combine them with multiplication. So it's going to be 4y squared plus 4 times 8 gives me 32 times y. It's 32y. And 4 times 2 is just 8. Once again, I can't add these up because when you want to combine like terms, they need to have the same variable and the same exponential power. Okay? And we'll look at that mathematically for the next example. So just try these problems first. Okay. Multiply that factor over each term in parentheses. Go for it.